Hi, I'm Hanifa and I'm here with Yusuf. So tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Yusuf. I'm involved in property. I'm pretty heavily involved in service accommodation, and I also have a coaching company that teaches others how to do the same.
Okay. What do you think is your most difficult challenges running an Airbnb business?
Um, from my experience, there's different challenges that come with it. I would say the hardest thing is actually scaling it and growing it, and that actually comes with getting landlords and estate agents on board. At least when you're first starting out, I would say 100% that's the hardest part. Obviously, later on when it comes to like managing different parts of the operation and stuff, that comes with its challenges. But if you're talking about initially just starting out, that would definitely be the hardest part.
Fair enough. Would you say coming out of prison, it was a bit of hard, like, to gain credibility with the Airbnb hosts and stuff like that?
Not really. I mean, because obviously, when you say gain credibility, what do you mean? What do you
Like,
mean by that?
because then is that something you have to mention or it's not something?
What, to like landlords?
Yeah.
Not really. Nah. It's never something I mentioned to landlords. Obviously, people know now, but when I was first starting out, it wasn't really something that. I mean, because when you're renting properties, I guess that is part. Is that part of the application? Nah, it's not. It's not. They don't ask you if you've got
They're
a criminal
not. I
record.
feel like
Nah.
if you had to like if I wanted to rent or something, it's like, oh, do you have any criminal?
I mean, personally, nah. It wasn't like that for me. I can't lie. Maybe it's changed now, but nah. I didn't really have that issue. If I'm being honest with
Do
you.
you feel like it's been difficult or not? It hasn't
What
really been a
has that had an effect on me?
yeah.
Um, Not really. I think the only effect it probably had on me or still has is when I'm trying to open a bank. It's very hard.
Really?
Yeah,
So
because
what's the
they don't tell you why. They don't tell you like if you try to open a bank, they'll just reject you. But they won't tell you why though. But I know
you
that's
know
why. Do you see what
why?
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Because they
yeah.
won't, they won't, they won't give you a reason. And then it's like banks that everybody gets.
Yeah, so it's like, why not me?
Exactly. So
Did they ask you, or is it just obviously because your name's in the system?
nah,
and
it's just like
whatever?
your name will be flagged. Yeah. Your
Yeah,
name will be flagged. It'll be in the system and that.
yeah.
So that's probably one of the main challenges. But outside of that, nah, like credibility wise, I mean, even now when I speak to people, even on socials, and I come out with it and I tell people what's what and where I've been, it's not really, nah, I don't really get any negative feedback
Nothing.
from it.
Yeah.
If, yeah.
Yeah. And you said social media, you've reached 50K on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Do you
Yeah.
think that's helped your Airbnb business?
Yeah, it's helped my business overall, 100%. Like social media is like, that's almost like the catalyst. That's like a
Yeah.
big part of, what allows our business to grow and to scale. Because obviously more people find out about it, more people tune in, more people want to find out what's going on, become clients, do collaborations. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 100%, it's probably the biggest part of our business as of now.
Do you think it's awkward to like post on TikTok and stuff, or like it's natural to you? Like it's just.
What was that? Sorry, what was
Do
the
you think it's
question?
like awkward to post? Because some people say like when they're trying to post on social media and stuff, they can find it a bit awkward and a bit weird. Like, do you think?
Nah, I don't. I mean, not right now because I've been doing it for a couple of years now. But at
Yeah.
first, like I remember, it would take me like if I'm doing like a 30-second or a minute video, it would take me like an hour to record.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it's like when you're starting out because you want it to be perfect type of thing.
Yeah.
Do you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even when we do certain things like these types of things, at first I was like, oh, no, let me do that again. Do you feel what I'm saying? So it's still a little bit like that, but nowhere near as well as before. Nah,
Difficult.
I don't find it awkward.
Yeah. What's the best thing about your job, your business?
The best thing about my business,
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Not the
can't
money.
lie. Huh?
Not the money.
Nah, nah. Obviously, the money's is good. Yeah, the money is decent. It's up there. Yeah, it's up there. Aside from the money though, it's hard to say. I can't lie. It's hard to say. I don't want to give a cheesy answer like, oh, I want to have an impact. I'm having an impact to so many people. Because that's like proper cheesy. I mean, that's a positive though. That's 100% a positive,
Yeah.
and that's definitely like because sometimes I get people messaging me saying, "Oh, bro, from like I get so much inspiration from you. I love your stuff." Da da da. So that's really really good as well, man. I
Does
really
it
like
stroke
that
your
stuff.
ego a bit?
Nah, I wouldn't say it strokes my ego. Nah, nah. It's more like it humbles me a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, it humbles me a bit because obviously people like people are looking up to me type of thing.
Yeah.
Just what I'm saying. So it's like that's big stuff, man. So I just show appreciation for it, really.
Would you ever do like a book or like
I'm in the process of writing a book.
Oh, okay. Tell us about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's pretty much a book that walks you through the steps on how to start and build a Airbnb business. Yeah, so it's pretty much like a step by step guide. I started like early last year, but I stopped But then I started doing it again, like, because I was nearly finished, but I just kind of fell off. But I jumped back on it
Do you
again.
know when it comes to writing a book, do you physically write it, or do you like give your ideas and thoughts to someone else and then they write the book?
Nah, for me, it was more. I just wrote it myself.
Really?
I just kind of came up with the structure of it, and like I read a book on how to write a book,
Yeah.
and I kind of used the framework from that
Yeah.
to write the book. So yeah, I don't really yeah, that's what I'm probably in terms of release. I'll probably be like what, like a month, 2 months, I'll say.
Well, that's quick. Okay, watch out, guys.
No, it's not. It's not. It's all right. It's not like it's okay. Yeah,
Okay, do you read a lot?
nah.
No, it's only that one book to help you read the book.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanna like, okay, cool. I don't read a lot, but if there's something that I'm trying to learn specifically, then I'll read a book on that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. But other than that, you are not gonna pick up a book and
Nah.
you do the self-help books and stuff like that. Like,
Nah. I mean, I would not that they're bad, but I just don't read them.
they're not for you, type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's self-help. I feel like it's for people that are like still trying to build themselves up, like mentally, as in, you know what I'm saying, mentally, psychologically, all of that stuff. But I'm not saying I'm past that, but yeah, I'm not really
Into that.
No, I wouldn't say I'm not into that, but like it wouldn't help me as much now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. Yeah.
Go on.
Would you rather 10K wired to your account right now, or flip a coin for 100 mil?
I'll go for the second option
Why?
because 10K is not really life-changing money, is it?
But then if you flip the coin and you lose and you don't get anything.
I'd rather chance it.
Huh, really?
Yeah, I'm a risk. I like taking risks. I'm more of a risk taker. Yeah, I prefer taking risks for the bigger reward.
Fair enough. What's the first thing you'll do if you won the 100 mil?
It's hard to say. I'd probably like I wouldn't spend it like that. I wouldn't like splurge out because I mean maybe a bit. But
Yeah, come on, like it's
yeah.
100 mil. Like you want to treat yourself, like go shopping a bit, and then like okay, get serious the rest. Oh,
Nah,
no?
what would I do? Nah, I mean, yeah, I guess I would, to be fair. But you know what it is? Like, I would do, like, I would move, like, diligent with it. Does that make sense? I wouldn't, like, that wouldn't be the first thing on my mind. Like, raw, I need to ball out, da-da-da.
Yeah.
I would need to book a holiday. Like,
Yeah.
nah, that wouldn't be the first thing on my mind. It would be, like, the first thing that would come to my mind is, like, oh, shit, let's put this into some investments and stuff.
Yeah, let's do something with it.
Yeah, that would be the first thing on my
Are
mind,
you
to
into
be
like
fair.
trading and investing and stuff like that or not?
I've invested in trading, yeah.
Is that
More passively, though.
okay? Not really.
No, I've invested, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why you just say it like that for?
I don't know. It's because you said no.
It's basically a company that does the trading.
Okay.
But I'm like, and I just kind of invested into it just to kind of like,
Okay, so is it like in a sense like you give them your money and then they trade with it?
yeah.
So do you have to pay? Is there interest rate? Like do you have to pay them to do that?
No, they pay me. So it's not so much of, it's
pay
more of like
you?
a, no. So basically, I'm more invested into the company.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Rather than, okay, here's my money, go trade with it. Even though that is what they're doing, it's more like, okay, cool, I'm going to invest this into your company, and then I want a fixed return.
Back. Oh, okay,
Exactly.
fair enough.
Yeah.
What else do you invest in? Like, what else would you say? Like, you're starting an Airbnb business. You want to raise capital, and now you've made your money. You've made some money. What would you then advise that you invest in?
I mean, usually the next progression when people like they get started off with like Airbnbs, particularly if they're starting off with other people's properties, it's more to start like buying their own properties and stuff.
Yeah.
So that would be like the natural progression to where it's like, all right, cool, let's get our own properties now. And then from there, it's more about like raising finance, like leveraging other people's funds to, buy properties, to scale a portfolio, to do certain projects. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, if that makes sense, in terms of like stages and stuff. And obviously beyond that, you go to bigger stuff like doing developments, commercial conversions. I mean, property is a pretty broad, there's a lot of stuff to do in property, a whole lot of stuff.
What would you say? Why did you decide to jump to Airbnb and not just go straight to actual property?
Because for me, like the priority was cash flow. When it comes to buying properties and stuff, that's more, you're not really prioritizing cash flow. You're more looking at the long-term capital appreciation. That's the main thing. You own an asset over time, it's going to go up in value, etc., etc. But at the same time, if you're in a situation to where your cash flow is not at a level you want it to be, then that should be the priority.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, you're working a job, you're making, I don't know, 2-3 grand a month or whatever, after tax, whatever. What's the priority? Is the priority for you to invest the money into different things to get a return, or is the priority for you to focus on increasing your current monthly cash flow? And then once you get that to a certain level, that's when you can use the money to invest and stuff. So that's why I kind of like, I more prefer, like when it comes to property, whether it's like Airbnb, whether it's deal sourcing, for example, where you're finding properties and then you're selling it on to investors for a fee, whatever. Like my main thing for most people is focus on like getting your cash flow right. Once you get your cash flow right, this is when you can start focusing on like the more, like purchasing properties, acquiring assets, because that's more long term. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But 100%, that's a power play. But I wouldn't necessarily advise that. I mean, if you're working a job and you're making 10, 12, 13K a month, like I've spoken to some people that work those types of jobs, then yeah, you could do that, to be fair. You could jump straight into buying properties, but I don't know, man. If you're just making like a couple of grand a month, for me, it doesn't make sense.
How much do you think you need to start an Airbnb business?
Probably like, I would say rough estimates would be like 5 to 7K. I'd say that's a decent starting point. It varies though. It varies depending on like location. So, if we're in, I don't know, if you're in like Liverpool or something with a 2-bedroom apartment, it's like £600 a month. Obviously, that's going to be a lot cheaper compared to if you're in Central, in Knightsbridge, for example, where the rent is like 7,000-8,000 a month.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But the profits are going to be a whole lot different though, with those two locations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot different. Like Central London is different when it comes to like the profit margins. You're making stupid money from one property.
How did you get your first landlord to actually like trust you to do that?
First landlord. So I found him on OpenRent. That's a platform that you use to search for properties to rent and stuff. So I contacted him. This was already like June 2020. Yeah, June 2020. Yeah. So contacted him through OpenRent. He had a 6-bedroom house in the Isle of Dogs, which is near Canary Wharf. I think it was going for like 4.5K a month, something like that. I went to go see him at his property. I was speaking to him, and I didn't know at the time, but he had like 12 other properties, and he had a property manager that he had just fired. Okay. Yeah, so he was like, he wasn't obviously looking. He wasn't like, he didn't get me there to kind of like, how do you say, to kind of put me on or anything, but it was more like I wanted to rent this property from him. But then we got to chatting, got to conversating. I guess he liked my vibe, and then from there we continued conversating after that. And one thing led to another. I ended up taking on that first property, and then after I would say like month and a half, 2 months, I pretty much took on all these properties.
That's crazy, and he had 12 properties.
Yeah.
Wow. What type of vibe were you giving him? Like, you must have sold him proper.
Nah, I mean, I was just I was just maybe you could just tell I was hungry. Like, I just really wanted it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because I was how old was I at the time? I was like 20, was that 23 or something like that? Yeah, something like that, 23. And obviously he's probably in his 40s and stuff, so he's looking at me like, okay, young guy, like he's active, he's on it, he wants it. So that's what a lot of people look for, man. You see, when you're looking for like to recruit people, you're looking for people that are hungry, man. That really want to make it happen.
Not the laid back ones.
Yeah, and I guess he could see that in me. So yeah, one thing kind of led to another, man. So that's kind of how I got put on, man. That guy, he was the one that put me on. I can't lie.
Okay, one last question. What's the long term goals? Like, where do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years? Like
5-10 years. Doing a lot, to be fair. 5-10 years. Oh gosh, that is one I have to go deep about. Not deep, but like just kind of like think about a bit deeper. Next 5-10 years, I'll say next 10 years or so. It definitely would be to like make my mark in property, not just in the UK, but just like internationally as well. So we want to have our property business not just in the UK, where we're operating hundreds, if not thousands of properties. But at the same time, we want to be doing this in, Dubai, back in Africa, obviously doing a lot of land deals. Basically just
expanding.
Yeah, basically just like be up there when it comes to property and real estate, like the top in the world, guys. Basically.
Yeah. Have you seen the Netflix show Selling Sunset?
Nah.
Oh, it's like a real estate agency, but like now they vlog everything. Not vlog, but they have a Netflix show about all their properties and stuff. Is that something you'll do?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. I haven't seen it, I can't lie, but no, it's something I'd definitely consider.
Okay, well, you should watch it. It's a good show.
What's it called?
Selling Sunset.
Selling Sunset?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Well, it was lovely having you here. It was lovely to see you. It's bye from us.